Walking back up here to the Hardi sprayer. Uh, you can see there. So I've had a chance to get this sprayer out of the shed here. Well, I didn't have it in the shed. I put it in the shed the other day after I used it. But I got a chance to get it out, get the antifreeze out of it into some jugs for reuse, and got some water in it, and got to try it out. This sprayer is a little bit of a different mindset for me, because I'm used to it being pressure based, which it still kind of is. I mean, you can see there's pressure gauge up there on the manifold, but at the control valves. But anyway, it's based more on flow than it is setting your pressure. With my previous sprayer, it was, you mixed your tank up at so many gallons per acre, which was usually about 18 gallons per acre for me. You mixed your tank up at that 18 gallons per acre, and then you had a set speed and a set pressure when you went to the fill, which was usually around 3.5 miles an hour at 20 psi for me. Sometimes I went a little faster and turned the pressure up, but that's all calculations that I did by hand on paper, or I had an app on my phone that once I was set that pressure in gallons per acre, it would tell me how much product I needed to mix in the tank quickly. Tank mix out for refilling and retanking up between fields. But anyway, this is a little different mindset. This is flow based. So right here is a flow meter. Hope that sun ain't messing my video up too much there. But anyway, there's a flow meter right here, and this is a 2 to 30 gallons per minute flow meter. I thought I was gonna get a 4 to 70, but anyway, there's a 2 to 30 on here, I believe. There's a sticker on top of here. I think I can't show you it the second. You might see it there, I don't know. But anyway, this groove right here indicates what style type flow meter it is. But anyway, so yeah, the sprayer is flow based. So I've got the flow rate controller flow meter, or the brains to the unit in the tractor now. Climb up in here and look at those. So I've kind of rough mounted this system here in the tractor. Yeah, come on. But anyway, turn that fan off. It's HC5500, as you've seen in the previous video of me unpackaging it. Here it is, all hooked up and operational. One of the gripes I've got about this is these cables here. You see they're running right down straight into the sprayer. There's no disconnect back here at the window. So that means every time I hook the sprayer up, I have to physically run these cables up here and back behind right here to these boxes, which is a little bit of a pain. I did ask them at the National Farm Machinery Show the other day if they had a extension cable or a quick, a set of cables that would just run to your monitors and out the window here with a disconnect back there. And they said, yeah, they're about 25 feet long. I said, well, I don't want that. And I'm sure they're expensive. So, yeah, not happy about that, but I can deal with it. Down here is the power distribution box, which only needed the 2 ports. That I have ran down. Here's it. You can see it down there through the glass maybe. It has run all the way to the battery now. So, yeah. I got everything hooked up. I had to shorten this PTO shaft. You may can see where I've cut this shield. The shaft was too long. With them not even put together, this shaft was touching the PTO without this piece even on there when I initially tried to hook it up. So, and I've got my drawbar all the way out except for 1 notch, which I had measured that from the pin pivot point down here to the PTO on my John Deere's when I set that drawbar when I got the tractor, so I didn't want to pull it out any further. But anyway, I had to cut and fabricate on the shaft just a little bit, get the length right on that. Let's see. So you can see the cables here. They're a little long. I've got them looped up here. Got the lights, and here's the hydraulics. I had these on this top valve the other day. I put them on the bottom valve here just a little bit ago, because right back here is a flow valve, how fast I want these, and that's what I'm about to do here in a little bit. Well, I had it out the other day. The booms were folding in and out real fast, a lot faster than I wanted them to be. So I was at the National Farm Machinery Show the other day. This right here is the flow regulator back here where I can speed or slow it down. So I'm going to get out in the yard up there where I can fold these things out all the way, and I'm going to play with the valve on the tractor and possibly this valve here if need be, and on this hydraulic block back here, and get that set the way I want it to be. But anyway, back to what I've learned of the sprayer. It is flow based, so basically you go through a calibration on the sprayer where you take a jug and put under these nozzles. Basic sprayer calibration, but put under these nozzles, do 1 for each section. There's 3 sections on this. Take an average of the 3, and you go into a calibration mode in the HC 5500 up there, and you basically compare what you physically measured to what the flow meter measured, and you make an adjustment in the cab at the monitor. So basically now when I tank up with chemical or nitrogen, liquid nitrogen, whatever it is I'm putting out, if I want 18 gallons per acre, 20 gallons per acre, I mix it up for that. And then when I go to the field, I just tell that monitor I want this many gallons per acre, and it's automatically going to adjust this pressure regulator right here depending on my speed. So I can speed up and slow down in the field, and it's going to adjust all that for me, which will be nice. I've never ran a brake controller before like that, but hopefully I've got it set up. The speed sensors that I showed you in the other video, down here, you can see it is on there now. It's held on by I put a hose clamp on it back on the other side and used that existing nut so I could get speed calibration on it and get the rate controller working, because this is if you ain't got this, you've got no rate control. I got that on there, and of course the speed had to be calibrated. Of course it was not calibrated properly. So I marked off 300 feet by the book, drove the distance, entered the proper numbers, and that's what we got. So the speed on the spray rig is matching the speed reading in the tractor. On that, so got that going. I have got the nuts. They sent me the replacement nuts and hardware that was missing on that speed sensor. So that's one of those things I'm going to do today, is put that on there properly. But I'm going to wait because these tires have got to be spread out. And that's another thing I may try to attempt today. They need to come out about 4 inches each one to match up with the tractor tracks properly. So I'll be doing that. I did make some adjustments on the boom. One of those being this spring right here. This is the breakaway in case you hang something with this boom. The requirement on that was 18 pounds. So I took some fish scales that I had, digital fish scales, hooked them right here, and pulled on that and adjusted that up there till it got me 18 pounds, and it broke away. So I did that on both sides. I've also adjusted these nozzles here. This one and this one, I brought them down. Let's see if I can get down here. You can see there's a gap. These are adjustable up and down. The reason I did that was this 110 fan was up high enough that it was spraying on the top side of this piece of metal. I didn't like that, so I brought that down. But I had to watch. You can see that's getting close right there. So I didn't want to break a nozzle, but it looks like I'm okay. I've done that on both sides where it won't be spraying on this metal. I've made an adjustment here. I don't know if you can see that dirt line right there is where this was. This right here was catching. You can see it's eat up that piece right there already. This curved part right here was getting in front of that when you had the boom all the way up, or the back part raised up, and you folded the boom up and started setting it down into its catch here. So on both sides I loosened these bolts and slid them down as far as I could carry them without moving that. Which that is the stop here. I could probably adjust that a little bit down if I needed to. I think I'm okay though. That's the stop for this boom here. But yeah, I have to run out of time on this video. That's kind of what I've been doing. I'm gonna make another part to this video here in a second. Keep going around it and telling you what I found out. So look for part 2. See you.